Hey everyone, it's Julie. Today we'll be making a cheesy spinach and onion casserole. I made this on Thanksgiving and it was a huge hit with the adults, of course. The children were a bit scared, but I can't blame them. 20 years ago, I would have never ate this by choice. Today, this is one of my favorite side dishes. I think you guys are going to love this as much as I do. So let's get started. So I sauteed the spinach with a little bit of olive oil. I covered it with a lid and cooked it for about a minute or two. And the reason I wanted to saute it was so that it'll be a bit easier to blend in the cheeses later on. Here I have some sliced onions. I usually serve this as a side dish when I'm making steak or fish. I don't eat this as a dip with tortilla chips, but if you like to eat this with chips, just make sure you chop your onions finely. So I mixed the onions and spinach together. In a separate bowl, I'm going to place some softened cream cheese. Admit it, you've done that too. Added some mayo, some mozzarella cheese, and some cheddar or Colby Jack. You want to mix everything. And at this point, I wanted my cream cheese to be a bit smoother, so make sure that your cream cheese is really softened. I'm going to beat up an egg, and he's going to help bind everything together. And I like to season this with a little bit of salt and pepper. You might argue and say that the cheeses are already salty. If you feel that way, don't use any extra seasoning. I poured in the beat up egg, gave everything a toss, and then finally we're going to add in our cheese mixture. And of course you may add some artichokes. Everyone knows that spinach, artichokes, and cheese combined equals heaven. Some roasted peppers would be nice in here too. Corn, broccoli. You can definitely get creative with this dish. I definitely won't be upset if you change it up a bit. And like I said earlier, this goes great with some steak, fish, or turkey. And this is a very rich casserole dish. So of course, this is meant for sharing and as a side dish. So once you're done mixing and listening to me ramble, go ahead and place this in a greased casserole dish. Try to use a smaller casserole so the filling can be higher, if that makes sense. I just bought this a couple months ago, so I've been using it a lot lately. I tend to do that with new kitchen gadgets. So if you see this casserole dish in the next 100 videos or so, please bear with me as I get my money's worth. I think I even baked brownies in this casserole dish. Okay, so you want to spread your cheesy spinach and onion mixture evenly, and then you want to sprinkle some mozzarella and cheddar cheese on top, or any type of cheese you prefer. We're going to cover this and bake it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. Of course, you can make this the night before, and then the next day you can just pop it in the oven. If your kids don't like spinach and onions, please don't tell them where you got this recipe from. You want to serve this warm, but let it cool for a couple minutes before serving. This looks and is incredibly delicious. I really hope you guys give this recipe a try. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you all so much for watching.